Hello, my name is Sekit, and we are playing Team Rustic 4. And as you can see behind me, we're having some power problems. I took the cube out to go run the digital miner, and I guess I shouldn't have, because the power's going up here. I realized I don't actually know if we're getting as much as we can out of this biodiesel generator with the medium voltage. I would suspect we're probably not. So what I've done here, I've made ourselves let's get rid of some of this garbage. I've made ourselves some steel wire and some aluminum wire so that we can make the high voltage wire coil. Now there is no insulated version of this, so you gotta be careful. We're also gonna need one of these high voltage wire relays, maybe? No, we're just gonna need the connectors. Okay. I think we're just gonna need the connectors. We're definitely gonna need them. So let's find out. Okay. Got one connector here, right? And we got another one up here, right? Let's run the wire. See how much this folds. It's going any faster. Okay, that's pretty quick. Let's see if it's quick enough. Yeah, that did the trick. Okay, very good. The next thing I want to think about is getting our crops to move a little faster. These growth accelerators, you can go all the way down to 60 blocks with them, with the Superium. And I'll tell you, like, the first couple on top don't seem like we're going to want regular stone for this. I don't want to use up all my tough. So we'll make this an exact recipe, right? Right. And we also need a recipe for these Inferium Gemstones, which are a Prosperity Gemstone and 2 Inferium Essences. Let's get some more patterns. Very cool. And this is Diamond and 4 Prosperity Shards. So these aren't cheap, but as we add them, our farm will start going, first a little bit faster, and then it'll start going a lot faster. But we shall see how many of these. You get 3 per diamond, so it's not horrible. We'll see how far down we have to go before we have to start thinking about speeding up the harvester contraption here. We're just gonna start placing these down underneath the farmland, and we'll see how they go. Let's get up here where we can. So they're under these 3 blocks right here. I doubt with just one we're gonna see too much change, but like I said, as we go down, we certainly will. I upgraded the chemical injection block to a basic injecting factory, and it's producing way more than our purifier can keep up with. So let's go ahead and give it a couple speed upgrades and see if that'll move it along at least to the point where we're starting to spread the bottleneck out a little bit. Yeah, that's looking better already. And we'll throw some energy upgrades in there to go with it so that it's not burning quite so much power. But now we can see that it's still backing up a little bit, but starting to move along a little better, I think. Now, while we're building the Inferium up over there, I want to start working on the base a little bit, because like we built this huge thing. We got 90% of the way done, and then we stopped and started completely focusing on tech. Now, the first thing I want to do is connect the two sides of the river here with a bridge, so I don't keep getting my feet wet when I go deal with the animals. Now I want to keep it simple, but I also want to make it nice and we'll go out even two more than that. I don't think that'll look too big. We're going to want a hump in it so that it's easy to get a boat underneath. Here, whoop, no, right here. There we go. And right. Now, there's the bones of it, more or less. We'll have to raise some of these columns up. And we got the basics in here now. Alright, I got a whole layer plus just a little under the Inferium. And if we stand here, you can watch it grow. It's even one is making a significant difference. And as we add more, this will get faster and faster. Now, it was already to the point where the little system with the encased fan powered by the magma block wasn't keeping up. So what I've done is I've built a little windmill back here to move this thing back and forth. And before we start it up, we're going to add two more chests to this thing. It's not really what I want. So we're going to have to look at this. All right, let me get in here. You see how fast this grows? It's great. And we'll just start up the windmill. And as you can see, this thing's moving significantly faster than it was. And we can speed it up more by adding more sails to the windmill. So now that we have a consistent source of Inferium and we're getting at its speed, we're going to want to make some tier 2 seeds. And to do that, we're going to either use one of these master infusion crystals or one of these infusion crystals. For the time being, we're going to be using one of these infusion crystals. These have a durability. That's the main difference between the two. But to make the next tier, we'll need Supremium, and we're not quite there yet. Now, some of these tier 2 seeds use stuff like say the fire seeds. They use that combination of different things, but otherwise the process is exactly the same. Let's take it in here to the altar. We've got our thing, we've got our essence, and the prosperity seed base, and give it a redstone signal, you're good to go. We're actually getting pretty close to where we want to be to make the master infusion crystal. But we're going to have to make at least a few more of these to get there. There we go. This is the one we want. Let's see how far we can go. Alright. Okay, that's everything made into Prudentium. And you craft the next tiers just with the previous tiers. But we're going to need a little bit more Inferium, aren't we? Don't think this is going to be enough. There's tertium, Inferium. And there's 5 Supremium. We need 1 more. Okay, I think we're there. Make a Prosperity Gemstone. And we gotta make a Supremium Gemstone. And there we go. 1 Master Infusion Crystal. Now, next thing being next, hello. We're down here in the Nether, so that we can mine up some soulstone. This stuff right here. Oh, for crying out loud, buddy. Give me a break. And it really is just as well to still touch it, because we're gonna have to do a lot of processing with it. And it'll need to be in its smooth form. This is important too, this solium ore. It's affected by fortune, so keep that in mind. Okay, we got a good amount of it. Let's set up a drawer for it. Now what we're looking to make are some soul jars. Here we go. 1 soul jar. Solium ingots and soul glass. How's it done? Well, the soul glass is this soul dust and any kind of glass. I'm getting tired of making everything with blue stained glass. I don't know where that trend started. There we go. A little bit of soul glass. Make the soul dust by smelting smooth soulstone. You get the smooth soulstone by smelting the soulstone that we've been digging up. If you had the cobble, you'd have to smelt it even yet again. Now the ingots are these prosperity ingots with the solium dust. That's the ore that we've been picking up. I don't think we have prosperity ingots coded in here yet, so let's do that. Alright. Now we can make some soul jars. We're gonna make 4 of them. Now the soul jars are what we use to make the soul crops, like for instance, pig seeds. So we can fill these soul jars 1 of 2 ways. We can either kill pigs with a special weapon, or we can use this soul extractor. We're gonna be doing both. We're going to teach this thing how to make a machine frame from mystical agriculture. And let's see, we're going to... What was I doing? Let's go back to the crop. Alright, forget what I'm doing entirely here. Okay, solium daggers, more solium ingots and solium dust. And you need a gold sword also. And then finally, the soul extractor itself. Better sleep through the night. Now, whether you want to kill mobs or use this really depends on what's easier for each seed. Like for instance, we have enough slime. For instance, well, let's go in order. Let's see if we have enough pork. I'm sure we do. Now you can power this with coal, or you can power it with energy. We're gonna use energy. Doesn't take that much. Now you can see we got 4 jars here. Each jar holds 8, and each raw pork chop would give us 0.5. So we're just talking about a stack of pork chops. Yeah, it works just like you might expect. You throw your soul jar in there, throw your pork chop in there, and raw pork chops, I should say. And it'll start filling up the soul jar so we can make the seeds. Now, there's one more difference with the soul crops, and that's that we use the solium seed base. It's the regular prosperity seed base with solium dust. And we're just going to throw that in there. And we're going to make one. There we go. Very cool. And once you finally got everything, you just set it up like it's any other seed. Put your jars down. Put your solium seed base down. And you're good to go. And now, because I don't like running back and forth all the time, we're going to run cable from our refined storage system and hook them up to external storage things at the controllers for the two functional storage systems, the one in the little cloche setup over here and the one in the create setup over there. Yeah, we can see the other external storage here. They're only 6 energy a tick. Cable doesn't cost anything, so there's no reason not to run it out there. And since we have the chunks loaded over there, whenever we're using this system will have access. Watch, it's not going to work. Nope. There it all is. We'll have access to all the mystical agriculture stuff. And that's going to about do it for this time. Now that we have resource collection sorted out, we got it hands free. We'll maybe next time we'll start looking at finishing up the starter house here. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you then. Bye bye.